Hey, beautiful people. It's Gwendolyn Young here from your virtual admin expert, and welcome to Leading Behind the Scene, your weekly dose of inspiration to equip you to excel in business and life. Before we jump into the episode, I want to share with you about the Genius Zone. This is for you if you have been in business less than 5 years and you are desperately seeking accountability and community, or if you have been praying for tips on how to create workflows and systems in your business, tools and strategies on how to actually stop doing everything yourself, and accountability to keep you from being stuck, then I'm talking to you. The Genius Zone was created for people just like you. So I encourage you to go over to thegenius-zone.com and check it out. I personally lead this group of entrepreneurs, and we have so much fun in a private community off of Facebook, monthly live Q&A calls, live co-working sessions, and live masterclasses every single month. So go to thegenius-zone.com and get registered. So I have been having so much fun talking about building a business you love with some of my best business besties, virtual support professionals. And so we just decided to keep it going for a few more weeks. So today I am talking to one of my mastermind BFFs, Latrice, who also has my namesake because Latrice is my middle name.
I didn't even know that.
I know. Say hey, Latrice. Say hey to the beautiful people.
Hey, girl. Hey, y'all.
Yes. So let me tell y'all how amazing Latrice is. Latrice Prater is an online business manager and the CEO of the Digital Solutions team. The Digital Solutions team provides virtual support to female CEOs because every superhero needs a sidekick. Gotta love that. Latrice is a wife and a mother of three who currently resides in the Austin, Texas area. Yes, you don't have to ask. She got hit by that storm. Okay. We don't want to relive it. Let's just let it go. She's extremely efficient and flexible. Those are just two ways to describe her. She has 5 years of executive assistant experience in sectors such as healthcare, finance, insurance, consulting, and technology. And as a military veteran, she is proactive, dependable, and she and her team are ready to assist you with your business needs. Latrice is a self proclaimed multi-potentialite with many passions and has started various businesses, but the one thing that has been consistent is her unmatched passion to empower other women in any capacity that she can. So, Latrice, I'm
Yes,
super excited to
me
chat with
too.
you because even though we've been in multiple mastermind sessions together
I
and
know.
we are basically now internet BFFs, we haven't had our virtual coffee yet. So we got a lot of catching up to do.
Tis true. Tis true.
So let's start at the beginning because I want to hear your story. Like,
Oh,
how did
gosh.
you even get into this whole I'm going to be an entrepreneur thing?
Oh, my goodness. That story, huh? So,
Yes.
if I could sum it up, because that's a lifetime, like that takes a lot, a while. So, if I could sum it up, I'm going to say what had happened was,
What had happened?
right. For me, I think I don't know, growing up, I was one of those children who did not really know what I wanted to be when I grew up. Like it changed a lot, right?
Okay.
And I got into adulthood still like, I still don't know what I want to be when I grew up. And it was a mixture of things of like, one, I really am stubborn and I kind of don't like, you know, authority, so to speak.
Being told what to do?
Don't, just being honest. So it was partly that. And it was also just partly, I really wanted to do something for myself. I wanted to do something I was proud of, something my daughters and, well, my son now, because he's 3, the little, oh,
Mm.
anyway, that they
Oh,
can
he's a
look
cutie
at,
pie.
oh, he's something, that they could see and, be proud of and just know that you could literally do anything you put your mind to. Um,
Mm.
it was hard. I never saw it getting to a point where I would be like here, where I would be running a business full time, where I would have actual people working for me. Like I didn't see it. I wanted it. I didn't see it. But once I saw that it was possible, it was no stopping me.
Wow. Okay, so that's interesting. So you didn't really see it in the beginning. So what made that change for you? Like what helped you to be like, oh, I could really do this. I could really build this thing to be something amazing.
To be honest, I think at the time, the reason why I didn't see it is because, again, I'm a multipotentialite. So I've tried so many things. And it's not that I wasn't or couldn't be successful at any of the things I've tried. It was, I had a tendency to lose interest after a while.
Yeah.
And I couldn't seem to stick with something. And I felt like,
Okay.
if I couldn't stick with it, how am I going to see it through? Like, how am I going to have a business that I can do full time and escape this whole 9 to 5 thing, you know? So
Yeah.
I think, I don't know, the whole virtual support world came to me, what, 2016 maybe ish? Like when
Okay.
Upwork was really starting to,
Popping.
yes, you know? And
That's where I got my star boost. Shout out to
yes,
Upwork. Y'all can say what y'all want to say about Upwork, but Upwork done gave me some coins. I'm
no,
just
for
saying.
real. Seriously.
Serious
Seriously.
coins.
And it was kind of like I had a full-time job at the time. I wanted to make some extra money and I was working as an executive assistant. So I was like, yo, what could I do? What could I do? And I started hearing this term virtual assistant. So I just kind of hopped into it because I do have that whole, super hyper detail oriented, organized kind of thing. Even on ADHD, I can be hyper focused when I want to be.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So it was like, I don't know. I coupled that with the fact that I love working with other women. I'm a people pleaser, so to speak, Enneagram 2, I can't help it. So I love just being able to be that support person. I'm really good at that.
Yeah.
And it just worked out great. I tried so many things. Like I'm still a licensed life insurance agent. I'm a certified travel agent. I'm technically a licensed life coach.
Look.
Okay. I'm an
Okay, so I'm
ordained
making notes.
minister just so I can marry people. Like I legit used to do weddings in San Diego when I lived in California because it's actually good
I'm not
money.
about to play with you.
So one thing I will say, I was never scared to try.
Listen, so not only can she run your business, she can marry you. I'm just saying. So all these female CEOs out
Yes.
here, she can marry you when you're ready. Okay. She can make sure you got your life insurance on point. Okay.
Yes.
I'm just saying. She got you. This is good. So when you started to build this thing, because you went from solopreneur right now to like you have a full blown agency where girl, you just hiring like crazy. I'm like, look at my sis over there just doing the darn thing. Like,
Absolutely.
what made you go agency model where you were like, okay, I really gotta build something that I love, right? Because people build businesses all the time. But
Absolutely.
I'm like, are we really building things that we love? And are we really building things that support the life that
Mm.
we really want to live, right? Because this ain't no easy feat. I tell people all the time, entrepreneurship is not for the faint at heart. So you cannot be a punk coming into this game. I know that y'all see all the flashing lights and the beautiful websites and all the amazing
Yes.
Instagram photos, and they make it look real easy.
Tell it.
But if you know how we know when we be in these mastermind sessions,
Child, first of all, who got time to even post? Okay. I don't even have time to post on social media no more. That's the thing.
we be like, I'll be like, I sent Tasha a boxer one night, and I was like, girl, I think you lied to me. Like, you make this look real easy, but
Facts.
but where? But where and when? Because I ain't seeing it. What's going on? So when
Yes.
did you know, like, okay, if I'm gonna go big and do this, I gotta build something that I love, something that's gonna support my lifestyle because I couldn't imagine having 3 children right now. Like I have 3 children, but they're all young adults.
Hmm.
So I don't
Hmm.
have anybody that I have to be mindful of
Right.
during the day. And then running a business, taking care of a family, a husband, a house.
All the
Girl,
things.
yes. So, what was one of the crucial things you had to put in place so that you wouldn't start to like hate the very thing that you're building?
Gosh. Okay. So to address the first part of that, because when I started, I did not want an agency. I wanted to be
Yeah,
just me. Like,
yeah,
because
me too.
just like I don't like authority, I really don't like the whole I'm your boss vibe either. I don't like the whole boss employee type of dynamic.
Yeah,
That's not how I function, you know?
yeah,
So it was, I started, and you kind of look at everybody else's journey. Anytime you come into entrepreneurship, you look at everybody else's journey, what everybody else is doing.
yep,
And so many people made it seem like it was difficult. Like there's some people that you see like, oh, I did this in this amount of time. And it's listen, I take everything with a grain of salt. I don't trust a lot of people on the internet. Sorry. But I don't believe that a lot of the times. So you see people like, oh, I've been doing this for this amount of months and still haven't got any clients. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take my time with this, see what happened, get me a few clients and then chill.
And we'll see.
Man, in the first 30 days, I had 6 clients.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, so I could get clients. That's not an issue.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah, I was shocked. Literally, I started the journey of full-time entrepreneur February 2nd, 2020. Okay. By the end of
Wow.
February, I had 6 clients. And it was like, yo, I don't even know how I got here. But I kind of sort of do. Because honestly, when I started, trying to look at all the different advice and read all the different things. Everybody's like, oh, you need a niche. Was it niche, however you want to
Yeah.
say it. You need that. I'm like, I don't have that. I didn't know. I was like, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Now I got to figure that
I didn't
out.
have that. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, that's too much,
First
too
of all,
much.
what is it? Look, here I
Like
was
you're
like,
trying to
what is
box
it?
me in. I don't
I
like
just want to
boxes.
work. I just want to work.
Facts.
Like,
I'm like,
can I just help somebody?
so yeah, I'm trying to figure that out. Like, okay, what am I gonna do? Because they telling me I can't try to attract everybody because then I'm gonna get nobody. So I was like, all right, you know what? I tried it their way. That ain't work. Because I tried to stick to an industry and it didn't work for me. So took a step back and I was like, all right. Everybody's like, who's your ideal client? I'm like, I just want to work with like amazing women, period. Like, I don't care what her industry is.
There
That
you
doesn't
go.
matter to me. I just want her. I want to be aligned with her values, her business values, her personal values. Like, I want it to
Yeah.
be a connection because I want it to be a partnership. You know what I mean? Like, I want us to
Yeah.
go in this together because in
Definitely.
the beginning, I almost felt like, do I really want to do VA work? Because I don't want to feel like an employee. Because when you
Yep.
think about it, you think about an assistant. So,
Yep.
I'm like, I don't want nobody to
Yep.
look at me as an employee. But I had to change my own mindset. And when I changed my mindset, it was really easy for me to frame those conversations with potential clients because I had to let them know you are investing in your business by hiring me. Like,
Yeah.
this is a partnership. I work with you, I don't work
Absolutely.
for you. It's completely different, you know? And yeah, when I got to that 30-day mark and noticed I had that many clients, it was like, okay, well, maybe if I hire a few people, and get some more clients. But it was like, let me hire people who are great at things that I'm not so good at to,
Yeah.
spice it up a little bit. And I think I hired my first person in April. So this was the end of February. I didn't hire until like April. Hired 2 people in April and went from 6 to 10.
Wow.
So it has been amazing. And now, I mean, my little agency's small compared to some, but I'm happy because now I have 7 people, 7 amazing women on
Yes.
my team, and I love it. I love what I do. I love our clients. And then I think the other part of the question, you said what was the most crucial? What was it?
Yeah. What was the most crucial part of you making that switch? Like, I gotta build something that I love and something that's gonna
Yeah,
support the way I want to live.
the flexibility. Um,
Mm,
because to be honest, being an entrepreneur is not a 9 to 5. Some days it's a 8 to 8 or 7 to midnight. Like days are
mm,
unpredictable. But I think the most beautiful thing about that is I wasn't necessarily looking to like not work. You know what I mean? I wanted to
yeah.
work. I just wanted to be able to like, if I wanted to take a nap at 10 a.m., I could. If I wanted to
Yeah.
go, volunteer at my kid's school at 2 p.m., I could. I didn't have to ask anyone
Yeah.
for that. If I woke up and didn't feel like doing anything, then I don't have to do anything. So it was more so flexibility for me. That was my
Yeah.
biggest thing.
Which is so crucial, right?
Yes.
Especially for us, especially when you have a life
Yes.
outside of just your work. And then you're so dead on because for me, because I have health issues sometimes that I deal with, I knew that like if I want to make sure that the service delivery part doesn't get
Mm-hmm.
interrupted,
Mm-hmm.
I have to have support on my team. Like
Absolutely.
it's just going to be so important. So tell me, what do you love most about your business and why outside of the flexibility? What do
What
you
I
love
love
most?
most, my clients, like they make it. You know what I mean? Like when I stepped out of myself, like stepped out of overthinking everything and just was like, you know what? I can't follow everybody else's blueprint to a science, because at some point I had to realize, like, I am the secret sauce. It's me. So I just need to be me, and I'll attract the people that I want to attract. And lo and behold, that's exactly what happened. All my clients remind me of me. They got a little bit of me in them, and I love
Wow.
it. I love it. Like, a little spicy, they don't take no mess. They want things how they want it. And I'm okay with that. And that's one thing I always tell people, like, I'm in a service industry for a reason. I like
Right.
providing service. That is my thing. So I don't get upset. I don't feel like, any customer is too hard to please, or no, if you want it a certain way, say that. I'm good with that. I can deal with directness. I was in the military. Tell me flat out what you need.
What you want.
Yes. And let's just get there, So my clients are everything. And it's so funny because, even my team lead is like, your clients are like your baby. I was like, they are though.
Yeah.
I treat them almost like that sometimes, I will go on calendars and be like, ma'am, you need to take a vacation day because I feel like you've been doing too much. You need to calm down. They laugh at me, but that's how I treat them. Like, okay, you're doing too much.
Absolutely.
Go take some time. Like,
Absolutely.
and I will block it out and everything. Literally.
Yeah, and that is good. That is so good. Yeah, and because I'm like, I can legit kick it with any client on my roster. Like,
Yes.
we can legit go, we can leave and go to happy hour or go to a restaurant, or like, I can legit kick it with y'all because I like y'all.
Right.
Like,
Right.
so that just makes me want to go even harder for you
Mhm.
because I'm like, you just good people.
Yes.
You just good people. So now we all have that thing that sometimes drive us a little cuckoo. So what do you love least about your business and why?
That drives me cuckoo. Honestly, the only thing that can drive me cuckoo is like a lack of communication. Like, I am big on communication. You'd have to communicate with me, because the last thing I want is to be in a situation, and this is whether it's a client or somebody on my team.
Yeah.
I'm not a mind reader, and I don't want to have to try to assume or, guess. I don't have time. So I cannot, like, that's what drives me crazy. That lack of communication. I can't. And it's
And
sometimes
that,
hard
I was
to
going
be
to say,
like,
so how do you deal with that in a virtual environment? Because you're right, it can be hard. So what are some tips that you do to manage that?
when it comes to what side, client or team?
Girl, both. Tell us both. Give us one for each.
Lord, honestly, with my team, I set the expectation from time of the interview. Like, my team lead as well, she lets them know too how I am. And because I am very laid back, extremely laid back, and I tell people my only expectations are you provide great service to the client, you get the work done on time, and pretty much you communicate. If you're not going to be around, communicate. You know what I mean? Like, that's it. And other than that, you probably won't even hear from me low key because I'm busy. So I send messages on Slack every now and then because I let them know, like, I'm still like somewhat in the weeds and trying to
Yeah.
step out so I can be a CEO. But right now I'm very much still in the weeds. So I'll send messages on Slack, check in with everybody, make sure everybody's good. And I let them know, like, look, we have a whole project management system. The only real pet peeve I have, if I log in and I see a task and it's in red, that is when I'm upset, because now I got to come to you and ask you what's going on. Just let me know ahead of time. Tell me. I am very, very straightforward about everything. I'm one of those people, like, you can tell how I'm feeling because it's always on my face.
Mm.
I'm bad at that. I'm
Don't play
so bad
poker.
at that. I won't. Trust me. I
Don't play
legit will,
poker.
like, turn my camera off if I can't control my facial expressions. I have done it. Okay. Because it's always on my face. So I'm like, just communicate. Tell me what's going on. Because if you tell me what's going on, I can kind of maneuver from there. It's
Yeah.
the whole not saying anything. I got to guess. I got to figure out. And then even when it comes to clients, if I will reiterate, like, I can't do this until I have this. I can't be successful
Mhm.
at my job unless you make sure, unless you give me all the things I need from you.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So I
Absolutely.
always reiterate that I can only be successful if you give me all the things that I need to be successful. If you're not giving me what I need, then you can't expect for me to fulfill anything without the things that I
Absolutely.
need. So,
I love
realistic,
that.
setting realistic expectations.
I love that. So, what would you say to the budding entrepreneur or to that multi potentialite
Oh,
who's really struggling to build a business that they love? What would you say to them?
man, just do it. That's what I said. That's the one thing about me. I've never been afraid to try. Like I've tried
Yeah.
everything that I possibly thought of. I had an online boutique for a while too. I like legit everything that I thought of, I have tried. I'm like, because if you don't try, that's where you leave room for regret and the what ifs. And
Yeah.
I'd rather just say, I've tried, done it, didn't work out. So I'm on to the next. So just do it. And
I
honestly,
love that.
if you are a multi-potential, if you feel like, oh, I just like so many things, that works well for me because I have so many clients that do so many different things since I'm not stuck to or married to one industry.
Yep.
Um, the fact that my background is so varied, they love that because it's
Yep.
almost like they can pick from all of that different experience and come to me with so many things. And they always tell me like, you're a really good sounding board. I have clients that always like, hey, you got like 10 minutes. I need to bounce an idea
Yep.
off of you. And I'm like,
Yep.
all right, yeah, let's hop on Zoom.
I
So
love it.
embrace all of it and just go, like, just do it.
All right, y'all. Y'all heard it. She said, just go for it. Just do it. Just try it because you never know where it's going to lead.
Mhm.
Latrice, thank you so much for sharing today and saying yes to coming on the show.
Of
I know we was
course.
like back and forth trying to get here, but we was like, today we talking. Like, we
Yes.
don't care what's going on, but today we talking. So I
Right.
truly appreciate you. Beautiful people, thank you so much for joining us. Remember, you can build a business that you love and one that supports the life that you want to lead. So I would love it if you would hit like, share with everybody else that you think might enjoy it. Be sure to leave us a comment. Tell us what your key takeaway was. We want to hear from you. Be sure to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Your Admin Expert, and subscribe to the email list on my website, yourvirtualadminexpert.com. Latrice, tell the beautiful people how they can connect with you.
Oh, yes. Instagram at the virtual pro for sure, because that's what I am.
Yes.
um, Facebook, the digital solutions team. And we're also on LinkedIn, but you can find me by business because I have a business page, the digital solutions team, or, by name. You could definitely connect with me one-on-one, Latrice Prater, and I will come up. But yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. And I will see you next week for another segment.